today's video, we're solving 2 rat jobs. We're first going to be heading over to a rat-infested church where these little devils are causing a lot of destruction. We also figured out that raccoons are living in the attic. We set some raccoon traps on the outside. You're not going to believe the wild predator we caught. After we finish the church, we're heading over to the most disgusted rat-infested restaurant you'll ever witness. Let's get started. Have you seen the rats here too?
I do remember, this was months ago, but I do remember seeing one around here, somewhere around in there.
In the kitchen area.
Yeah, but that was months ago, so I don't know if they're where they are now.
Yeah, thank you. What do you do when rats invade a sacred space? Let me show you the destruction these little devils are doing. So the first strategy is to figure out how the rats are getting into the church. As you can see in the back of the church here, we've got a lot of shrubbery and landscaping. We also have some structures back here as well. So this place is pretty infested with roof rats for sure. The last company sold them a poison bait box monthly maintenance. This does absolutely nothing. So as you can see, the air conditioner is here in the back. Victor found a pretty massive hole here. What's up, Vic? What'd you find?
You see all this going straight to the crawl space.
Oh yeah, look at that. So that goes directly underneath into the basement?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna have Victor stay here. He's gonna exclude all of this, and then we're gonna head to the other side and see what Cole and the rest of the team members found. Good job, Vic, good find.
So, from the exterior, you can see pretty large hole going underneath.
Let me go inside and see how much sunlight, daylight we see.
Yeah.
All right, so this leads to the underground basement below the church. Put your fingers through, Cole. Massive hole right there. Say hello to the audience. Cole already, he's already excluding this door.
Trying to get it all sealed off so we can catch as many as possible quickly and get them out of here.
Doors are always an issue, and as you can see, they lead right into this underground basement. This is below the church. This looks creepy. We've got some water intrusion from the outside. Let's go to the other side. See the runway here? One of the reasons why a lot of people comment, you guys are doing God's work. I truly believe that because we're not just preserving a building, but we're preserving and helping spread of diseases and the health and safety of the community, just like this church here, because the contamination that these rats cause is horrible. We set up some cameras so we can monitor the situation. As you can see, we've got a big structure here. It's gonna take quite a bit of guys here to seal this up. It's gonna be the eyes, smoke testing, using all of our tools and devices to figure out where all of the entry points are. Hey Vic.
Hey, I'm in the backside and I found a good spot right here.
You're back in the same spot?
Yes.
Okay, I'll head over there. Let's go check it out. All right, we're back over here where Victor is. He discovered something.
So I couldn't get to this part. I had to remove what was on top of this. Right here.
Oh yeah, look at that. See, this is why you hire other pest controllers and they're just using spray foam, or the HVAC guys probably did this when they put the plenum in for the ducting, but the rats, you can see, chewed right through. All right, so we have found already 4 holes, and there's a lot more for sure with this type of structure. As you can see, this tree overhangs the rooftop. So let's head up there and see if we can find any type of roof openings. Okay, let's head up to the roof and see what Josh is doing. Oh, there's Josh right over there. How we looking, Josh?
Looking good over here.
Ooh, we got some scat here, huh?
Yeah, some raccoons.
Raccoons.
See that?
You sure that's not yours?
I hope not.
Yeah, see these roof overlaps that Josh focuses on. This is for any type of animal. As you can see, we're dealing with raccoons and rats, so anytime you see roof overlaps, you definitely want to inspect. You can see he's already taken the 19 gauge wire mesh and beginning the exclusion work. Nice. What's going on, Josh?
We got a raccoon that broke into here because it's getting cold out here.
So we can't seal the holes.
Can't seal them up.
Okay. Yeah, that's a massive void right there. You can see some of the hairs. So we can't seal that up because there's raccoons in there. So what's the tough part about raccoons?
So with raccoons, you see their entry points right there?
Yep.
They normally hide the furthest way back just because they feel protected.
So they can be way over there, or they can be way over there, or way over there.
They're gonna be hiding in the corners where the soffits are at. So
Yeah.
they feel protected.
So what I love about Josh, he runs our Florida location, you guys, and he comes from
A lot of raccoons. We do a lot of raccoons back home. That's most of what we deal with, and a lot of rats.
He's been awesome, man. It's a great part of the team, the Twin Home Experts.
Yes, sir.
So what are we gonna have to do?
We're gonna have to go through, install a camera, obviously, that way we can see everything that's going on. Get a live raccoon trap, place it in the attic. Worst case scenario, shoot it.
All right, let's go ahead and head to the attic.
You guys did a
Smoke test.
yeah.
We had a lot of smoke coming out of the bathroom. I think it was a wire seal.
There's no way at all. That's crazy. All right, so there's no way that we're gonna go from that front of the building and cross all the way over. Josh and Cole are on the hunt to find out another access. So let's go find them and see what they found.
Alrighty, guys. So we went ahead and we're looking around the property. We
Okay.
ended up finding another access.
Oh, good. Something closer?
Yeah, right. A lot better, right next to it.
Okay.
What we'll do is we'll get a ladder, get that opened up.
So hopefully that gives us access to over here is where the area is where the raccoons are getting in. See this window right here? That's that chimney looking brick there. So we have to get access up into this ceiling right here. Oh, so there's a barrier, you're saying?
Yeah, this part of the building was new. This all got remodeled. And so this is open all in here. But we were concerned about that, so we
Blocked it.
blocked it.
Well, we'll take a look at it.
Yeah,
see.
take a look at it.
I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. All right, so we're going to give it a shot. Apparently, they blocked that off, but who knows? We might have some access.
Yeah,
just drywall?
It's all drywall, but it's all in with drywall screws.
Is it better just to unscrew?
Probably just unscrew.
Okay.
It's foamed in certain spots, but we can refoam it, so it won't be an issue. We should be good. As you can see, there's a barrier installed so that way the rats can't get through, but someone cut some openings in it, so we should be able to see to the other side. They tried to block the rats, but check this out. Fully chewed out spray foam cap. So that's definitely not a good sign.
This raccoon is sort of a concern because we can't just block him in there. Otherwise, he's going to cause a lot of destruction to the HVAC, the insulation. So we got to figure this out on top of dealing with the rats. So it's a little bit of a challenge here. So the guys created an access here and they're inside inspecting. Do you guys see raccoon droppings? Okay, the team got here and they set everything up, got all our tools completely laid out to get this job started. All right, so Cole and I are gonna head up to the roof. We're gonna be putting the rat caps on while Justin's getting all of the twin traps set up. Probably gonna add about 10 traps throughout the top portion and the lower part of the structure here. I'm hoping all 10 What do you think, Justin? You think we're all 10? You think there's that bad of a rat infestation here at this church?
I think the rat vac gets more than these things.
Ooh,
That's my prediction.
I like that. Sucking and snapping.
All right, twin traps are set up. Check them out.
Cole is now baiting.
Going through and baiting them all, and we love using extra chunky peanut butter.
Yeah, super chunky is always the best as we go through lots of peanut butter. But you can see here he's baiting the bait tugger. What I love about the platform as well is we'll add, this is our pre-bait right here. You know, a lot of pest controllers will not set the traps and then they'll pre-bait it and then they have to drive all the way back to the job and then reset, rebait. Here with the twin traps, you don't have to do that because this is our pre-bait. You'll see on camera where they come in, they lick, they get very comfortable. Then what happens is the rats begin to smell the odor in the bait tugger and then they put their heads, and that's why it's such a great shot when it deploys. The other great thing about the platform is their legs, it slides. Unlike traditional rat traps, they flip over, the big rats drag them away. Doesn't happen with the twin traps.
I'm gonna be baiting the rat back next. I'm excited. That's probably my favorite out of all the different types of traps. Just being able to have a trap that you pre-bait, you set, and then it can just continuously keep sucking up rats. It makes things easy.
So for the church as well, we're gonna be putting on our rat caps. It's one size fits all. Incredible. The great thing about these as well, as you know if you've seen our other videos, the dome comes off. So if the plumber needs to service the plumbing lines for any reasons, then the dome just pops off. So we're going to be installing these here up on the roof. And no, the rats aren't going to chew through it, guys. They're made out of a UV protected all ABS. So phenomenal product, very easy, way better than wire mesh. So here's Cole. He is ready to bait the rat vac. So you want to give a little instructions on the best way to bait the rat vac?
All right, so here's how you're gonna wanna bait the rat vac bait plate. You're gonna take a little bit of this chunky peanut butter and put it right here in the ingress. That way you can get them comfortable, starting to stick their head in, start getting a taste for that bait. Once they get a little bit of that, they're gonna start to get addicted. So we pre-bait a little bit going up along this trail. That way we get them more and more comfortable going into the pipe. You're gonna put a little glob of peanut butter right here. So we want them to get them right up to the sensor. And then you're gonna put a majority of the peanut butter in the back. Obviously you wanna get the walls, the sides, the bottom. Just fit as much bait in there as possible. The amazing thing about this product, it activates their senses like crazy just because they're not very good as far as eyesight goes, but their smell is insane. So this is gonna help them to actually come get into the trap and catch as many as we possibly can at this place.
The ability for us to add as much bait as possible is the huge advantage when it comes to the rat vac. Awesome, thanks Cole, appreciate that.
No problem.
Okay, now that all of the traps have been baited, it's all about placement. Where do you place the traps for the most fast and effective trapping? Well, you always want to place them in the high active areas. But the key point here is that you've got to remove all of the food source, otherwise the traps are going to be completely worthless. Doesn't matter how good the traps are, if you have food inside, they're going to hit the exposed food. All right, so Josh is going to put one up above the water heater room here. A lot of activity, you can see. What's up, buddy?
Alright, man, we're gonna go ahead and set this trap up right over here where the rats have been chewing their way in and out this room.
Nice, okay.
So let's go ahead and hopefully
Here we
get
go.
one.
Let's bless this trap. Let's bless this trap. So you can see that this room is a high active area. So we'll definitely be putting a trap here. You can see the mold in here too, you guys. Since we're here for the church, I'm gonna use the Twins Rapid Mold Removal. Get this out of here. Just spray. See it starting to eat the biofilm? That's not even with the wipe down. So we'll come back in about 10 minutes and see what that does.
A few moments later.
It's getting better. So let's give it another wipe down. All right, and there's the after. All right, so after all of the trapping and eradication, we're gonna come in with the Twinzyme and give it a good treatment. So this church is really gonna appreciate the odor here. This enzyme smells absolutely amazing after it's applied. So if you're dealing with any foul odors, such as sewer odors, drain flies, rat urine droppings, pet odors, the enzyme is an absolute game changer. We guarantee it. You'll absolutely love the enzyme. Okay, so next we're gonna get the vacuum drum. We are going to use the church's holy water. So we add a little bit of the Twinzyme inside there just to sort of contain the odors. These tabs right here, it's a good rule of thumb to fill it up a little bit past the tab.
Oh, it smells so good.
Okay, so Justin set up the, why did you set the trap here, the rat back?
Because we kept seeing these rats migrating up and down this pole right here, but they kept going this way and this way. And so they have some sort of nesting site somewhere in this area.
Okay.
We're just gonna set up the rat back and hopefully suck up a bunch of them.
Nice, okay, let's go see where you placed it. Let's get the camera in here now. If we do suck up any rats, they're gonna come down here, they're gonna go for a nice ride, right into the twin zyme. Okay, rats, good night. You're about to go to rat heaven or hell. Guys, I literally just got back to my place. Gotta head back and dispose the first rat. Check it out. Literally, after 30 minutes of leading, we just nailed this rat. Oh, it's not this one? Well, so far it's just that one rat, which is a good thing for the church, but we're gonna leave the cameras and the traps placed for another 5 to 10 days. That's the beauty of using cameras. It really tells us the intel as to what's happening within the structure. So in the meantime, we're heading over to a strip mall. Supposedly it's pretty bad. So we'll see you over there. Where's all the holes?
So, quick backstory on the strip mall. We got called out here because the restaurants in here were having rats running around while people were eating. They were jumping up on the bar tops running during daytime. They called another pest control company. They tried to do the exclusion, the poison. It's just too big of a property ever for that to work. Now it's our job, it falls on us to solve this. From what we've seen so far, we've seen these rats at 5 at a time, just running up and down these pipes in these restaurants, up in the ceilings, chewing holes through the ceiling tiles so far, and that's just on initial setup here.
Yeah.
So we're in for some action.
It's been a little bit hectic. When we first entered into this bar, at least, I saw a rat run right across my feet. I popped my head in the ceiling. We get 3 or 4 running across the ceiling tiles. It's been very, very bad. And the tenants inside, they've been calling the owners constantly saying, hey, we need someone else, we need someone else. And so we're finally here to get it all taken care of.
So when you guys first got here, you did some smoke testing.
Yeah.
Show us some of the vents where you found and discovered. I think you guys taped them off, right?
Yep.
As you can see, this is a massive, massive undertaking. Large, large structure with a lot of restaurants below us. Makes it challenging for us with all of the food source.
You can't see it from here, but if you go down below from our smoke test, we're able to see that the pipe is just completely disconnected. So these rats can run along this gutter line. They smell all the food smell coming from this restaurant, and they just jump in wherever they can get in. And turns out this is a big entry point. We saw grease trails running from it. We saw drop-ins. We saw everything.
The other entry points or access points that we've been seeing is these AC units right here. So what's been happening is the rats have been crawling up, getting up inside of them, and then dropping down and chewing out the spray foam that lines the bottom near the ceiling. So to combat them, this is what we've been doing. We've been going through, cutting mesh to fit, and screening it over the top. That way we can prevent them from coming in.
Josh is from Florida, and he's saying, is it cold here?
It's way too cold to be out here working, dealing with rats, man.
We're gonna send him back to the Bahamas.
The Sunshine State.
So the guys go to Walmart and get gloves and beanies. Check it out. Here's the new twin home look. Check out Josh.
It is way too cold out here to even work.
We can play checker.
Right?
Never seen Victor wear do some boxing. Let's do some boxing. Let me show you how cold it is.
Since we found those breaches, we're gonna be adding on those rat caps. That way we can get them all nice and secure. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it smells like rat.
Jimmy, wait till you get down in this restaurant. It is disgusting, filled with droppings. It's all in the drop ceiling. It's underneath tables inside the restaurant, all in the closets, where they store the food. It's nasty. They're paying their workers extra to continue cleaning it up every day, but they don't even want the extra money anymore.
After we've found and sealed everything, the restaurants especially, keeping their food completely stowed away, that is the biggest challenge on our part in effective trapping. No matter how well we bait the rat vac, no matter how many rat traps we place, as long as they follow our guidelines, the trapping could be incredibly fast, if not incredibly slow. Get stuff like this. The other problem with strip malls and restaurants, when you have all the trash out here, it just lures the rats right in. And this is a bar area that is just infested with rats here.
Oh, man.
What?
I'll pick this up right here.
Look at this. Okay, so we're gonna go into the restaurant here. There's two alive right here. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get the rat vac set up in here and see how many rats we can suck up out of this restaurant. Oftentimes what happens is rats will get up on the ceilings, they'll nest up there, and then their food source is down on the lower ground level. So we're gonna definitely set up some twin traps up in the ceiling area.
A few moments later.
All right, so Justin's ceiling, it was so drenched that everything just fell. All my twin traps, the rats chewed a water pipe up above. Let's just look.
It's all molded.
It's all soaking wet.
Yeah, that pipe's been leaking for a while too.
Jimmy, come to this side.
All right, so Victor's back here, part of his investigation. Oh yeah. Jeez. They are definitely back here. Well, let's set a twin trap right here. We're actually gonna have all the trapping on the ground level because this is where their food source is right here. We're gonna have traps from the far left of that freezer and cooler area all the way across the kitchen along with the rat vac. This is gonna be super interesting. Okay, we're gonna test the rat vac, make sure it's activated. So we pre-baited in front of the rat vac as well. It's gonna be interesting to see if they're even interested in that peanut butter. They have so much other food source in this restaurant. It's definitely gonna be a challenge, but let's see what happens. It's shocking that the health department hasn't closed this place down. I mean, this is an absolute perfect environment for rats. Those two juveniles that we got out of the trash can, they were literally born in this restaurant. They never have to leave outside. And once they're in and they're born, they just continue to colonize. And so the new rats will always live in this restaurant and never leave the four walls because they have shelter up above and they've got plenty of food down below. So even though we've sealed a lot of the holes around this strip mall, now it's time to really get these rats out. And with the cleanliness of this restaurant, I have no confidence in them removing all of the food. It's just impossible because they're already so used to having a cleaning process that is not the best, as you can ultimately see.
You guys think this one's bad? Just wait till we get to the Chinese buffet.
I think we made a mistake taking on this restaurant job. So you guys can see the challenge and the obstacles that we're facing here. I mean, we can only do so much, but we're gonna certainly do our best with placement of all our traps and cameras. We're gonna put our traps up in the ceiling, up in this area here. Where did you see them? So it was a couple days ago?
2 days ago, I came at night, I checked, and I found one large, big one.
Pretty big one?
Yeah, they come on this side.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, up there. So they're in the ceilings and then they come down.
Yeah, they come down.
I've got an idea. Check it out. As you heard the guy, they're up here during the day, then they drop down. So I'm setting the twin trap on a vertical position here. So as you can see, look at all the rat grease there. So hopefully this is a nice spot. Hoping to see tomorrow morning. I'm really hoping that this kitchen gets clean tonight. Check out all the food on the floor right now. That's again, another challenge. Okay, the traps are set. So we're gonna monitor tonight and see what happens. Hopefully we're not gonna have too much snow on the ground where we can get here tomorrow, but I can't wait to see what we see on these cameras. Stay tuned. Well, we woke up to snow and woke up to no activity in any of those restaurants. The only activity that we did get was 2 pretty good sized rats in that far corner. Check out the footage. And as of right now, they have no interest in those traps at all. It's been 48 hours later. We've all been watching the cameras, and guys, I gotta tell you, it's not looking too good right now. What do you think, Cole?
I don't know. I mean, with how much food is in there right now, it's definitely not helping us at all.
Everything's been iced over. That's why they're probably going nuts. Typically when there's storms like this, they'll go crazy and they'll get scared.
The cameras as well, they're not used to, and this is why rats, we call them neophobic, because we have new devices, the camera, the twin traps. You can tell that they're literally exploring some of these new devices in their environment. Check out some of the footage. The one underneath the sink, he pokes his head out, sniffs the peanut butter, and then bolts out. It's also gonna be interesting to see how clean this restaurant. Since the snow, it's been shut down for 2 days, so let's see how they left it.
Yeah, they didn't even clean up the food or the grease before they shut down, so it's just been a haven for these rats.
Yeah, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So this right here looks like it's an entry point from the outside. We're gonna confirm that. Victor's gonna go to the outside. I'm gonna shut my light off. Go ahead. I see daylight already. Look at that right there.
This pipe goes like this.
What does that look like inside?
It looks crazy.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So it was like this. It was like that.
This goes right into the kitchen. So definitely, this is the hub. I believe that this is started here with the rat infestation, and they continue to migrate that way because our investigation showed that the further we went down, the lighter. So this right here is where it all started, and then they just continue to breed and migrate that way. It's just astonishing. We'll get some verification for the landlord or the owner of this building, and we're gonna have a very serious discussion with the owner of this restaurant for sure.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So 2 hours later, after we left that restaurant and repositioned the twin traps to the ground level, check out what we discovered. The rats are in heat. They're gonna have babies. Within a 24 to 48 hour period, you guys, this restaurant has got to follow our lead. If not, they're gonna have a continuous infestation. So I'm gonna leave these guys here to take on the trapping. Gonna be a challenge for them, but I think I have a lot of faith in them. Here we go.
Okay, so we are back at the church today. Obviously, as you guys can remember, we saw an area where there might be active raccoons. So we went ahead, spray foamed all that. That way we can seal it up without actually sealing it. In the event that there are raccoons, we don't want them to be stuck inside, chew around, cause a lot of damage. So we're gonna go hop up on the roof, check that out, let you guys know what we're seeing. So pretty evident, as soon as I hopped up on this roof line, I could tell right away, definitely an active raccoon issue. You can see all this is all chewed out. What we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna get a raccoon trap set up down there, get it all baited up, get a camera installed. That way we can go ahead and get these raccoons out of the structure. So we've got our raccoon trap set up. What we did here is we took a couple of black heavy duty garbage bags, a raccoon trap, and we wrapped them around multiple times. Reason being is we wanna make this thing look like a den. That way the raccoons are as comfortable as possible going into it. We take a whole thing of tuna fish, dump it all the way in the back there. What this is gonna do is it's gonna go inside the garbage bag in the very bottom of this, making it very difficult for the raccoons to get to it. As you guys can see, trap is all set up and good to go. We're gonna monitor for a few days and see what we catch.
Days later.
So we're back here at the church property. We're trying to catch that raccoon. It is unbelievable what we caught. No one expected it, but there is a wild bobcat in that trap over there.
So, I mean, do you want to be the one to release it?
No.
I say we do a rock, paper, scissors for it.
Down to leave it up
One
to
of
fate.
one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors. Come on, dude. Paper, scissors.
He is pissing. He is not happy. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a fun one.
Oh! He's mad. Oh, he's moving. It's like a bull rider. Thanks, bro. Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah. And that's how you do it like a pro. What we're gonna have to do is go ahead and get the raccoon trap set back up. All right, so the trap is reset up off the ground. We've got a good angle of where the raccoons have been going in from. So we will keep you guys posted and we'll let you know when we catch that raccoon.
All right, guys, an update here. The church completely eradicated, so thank God to that. The restaurant, however, they're not wanting that twin traps at all. The rat vac, there's so much food in there. We had to notify them. So Cole reached out to the management company, and right now they're so upset they're evicting the current tenant of that restaurant. And we sort of predicted this to happen. I'm hoping to get back in there and trap the remaining rats.
It's just a frustrating process because we created a whole document for them to follow for the cleaning process. We went over everything. It seems like the only cleaning they've done is moving our traps, moving our rat back.
This was awesome though. Great episode with that bobcat. When I saw that and witnessed that live on camera, we were thinking raccoons and we actually catch a bobcat. So Cole, great job and a lot of your findings. But guys, thanks for watching. Dave, this kind of deserves the rat dance, I think.
For the church.
Yeah,
For the church.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Another successful rat extermination. Job solved. We will see you